We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree? Taking thought beyond that which it has been before. You are pleased about this leading edge time-space reality in which you are focused? What do you think its purpose is? Why would so many, for so long, continue to come forth and focus yourself here? You come because the contrast serves you, because it helps you focus, and when you focus, Source delivers what you're asking for. And we want to explain, because many people, when they hear that, especially at first, they're so annoyed because they say, if it's true that when I ask it is given, then where's my stuff? Where is what I've been asking for? And we say, it exists. You're not going to like this. In a vibrational state, you're still not going to like this. In perfect readiness, you're still not going to like this. Spinning in cooperative becoming, you're still not going to like this, unless you're one of the cooperative components. So now this vibrational reality is spinning. Law of attraction is summoning. There is a veritable vortex of becoming that has taken place in this vibrational reality. But if you, like so many, are stuck in the conversation and observation and dramatization of reality, then you're holding yourself apart from the vibrational reality. And you can't be in the vortex and out of the vortex at the same time. Just like you can't feel good and bad at the same time. You can't feel confident and afraid at the same time. You can't be clear-minded and confused at the same time. You're not well and sick at the same time. You're in the vortex or you're out of the vortex. We just want you to know, in a way that you've never known before, everything that you want is in the vortex. And if you want some of that stuff, you got to get in there. And there is a approach to life that so many of our physical friends have that says, I should observe and I should be aware and I should weigh the pros and the cons, and I should not put my head in the sand. I should observe, I should be informed, I should have an opinion, and I should be objective. And we say, blah, 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 blah. Where do you get this stuff? You get it from others who aren't in the vortex, who like it better when you're not in the vortex. And so when they see you in the vortex, they say, well, that's pretty stupid. Don't you know what's going on out here where I am? Have you seen the stock market? Have you seen the statistics? Do you know what's going on? Do you know what the level of unemployment is? It's just ridiculous for you to put your head in the sand and be in the vortex. They don't call it that. Pollyanna, they say. They try to insult you out. Now, when you're in the vortex, they don't bother you. When you're in the vortex, they're the ones that seem odd. When you're in the vortex, you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on, and you are living a fairyland by other standards sort of life, because the cooperative components of the universe are lined up in full force for you. So it's like you're walking along and doors are opening and seas are parting and rendezvous are happening and ideas are coming and everything is clicking in your life. But then, benevolent, service-oriented beings that you are, you empathize with those not in the vortex. Boop, out you go. And you feel better for a moment. Well, at least I'm not thriving anymore. At least I don't look odd in this world of give me more, I can't do it myself, I need help. I'm disempowered, and it's that one's fault, and it's that one's fault, and it's that one's fault, and it's that one's fault. And I am so disempowered, and I stand here in my disempowerment waiting for someone to fix it. And we say, it's going to be a long, 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 long wait. Because from your place of disempowerment, you will not rendezvous with the ideas. You will not rendezvous with the success. You will not rendezvous with the things you want. You will not rendezvous with your own soul. You will not rendezvous with the larger part of you. You will not rendezvous with the life that flows through you. You will not rendezvous with everything that's queued up for you in your vibrational escrow. You cannot stand in a place of complaining disempowerment and thrive. Now, there have never been more reasons in all of physicality for people to focus and blame and not let themselves be who they really are. In other words, you're justified. You are utterly justified in your complaining. You're justified. It's just that there is no justification that really is valid enough to deprive yourself of who you are. You see, if life didn't cause you to be more, then it wouldn't hurt you when you don't be it. But life did cause you to be more, and now you got to be it or you're going to hurt. It's just that simple. Now, you can't fix what's going on in the greater economy, and you don't need to. You don't need to, because the balance of your planet is sufficient enough that it will right itself. It is our absolute promise to you. There are billions of people asking, and in that asking, this escrow is huge, and the calling toward the escrow has never been greater. There has never been a time that we have been in a position to speak to you with more knowledge of the upcoming well-being of your time-space reality than now. But you've got to decide how long you are going to be one of the resistant, non-cooperative components to the improvement. And you just can't have it both ways. You can't complain about what's going on and be a vibrational match to the improvement at the same time. You just can't. So the first thing you're going to have to do, if you decide that you're going to be someone who thrives in times of hardship, and there are always those who thrive in times of hardship, aren't there? There are those who survive epidemics. There are those who thrive in hard times. In other words, we want you to step back far enough. You know how when you're in your airplane and you're looking across the landscape, high in the sky, 500 miles an hour, 50,000 feet in the sky, and you look down, it all looks pretty calm down there, doesn't it? Put it on the ground at that speed, not so calm. We're encouraging you to take flight. We're encouraging you to back up from it. Get a longer view and understand that it is not possible for things to get worse in a universe that is expanding. But this is something that you may begin to notice. As contrast exists, and it always will, and as everything is expanding, including contrast, as contrast becomes more, then asking becomes more. And when asking becomes more and resistance stays strong, then more people beat themselves up by not going with the flow. That's all you're seeing right now. But when you, as an individual who can't control what the others do, let loose of your own resistance and go with the flow, then you become one who experiences immediate thriving. Now, this is the part about something that you're going to have to learn to do during this interim. It's just a few months during this interim. You have to decide that you don't care what others think of you, because the number of people that are going to complain about your thriving are greater today than ever before. So when you thrive, we encourage you to do it privately. No point in rubbing salt into the wounds of those who aren't thriving. In other words, wait till someone says, "You seem so happy. Why are you so happy during these hard times?" Be gentle about what you say to them. If you say, "I'm not having hard times," their next response will be, "Well, then I hate you." So they've asked you, "Why are you doing so well? Why are you so happy?" And you say, because I stepped back and I took a broader view. And I realized that everything cycles and that it's going to be all right. And I have this inherent belief that in the long run, things always get better and better and better and better and better. And I've known in everything that I've ever witnessed in this physical environment that those who look with longer view are always those who have the greatest thriving. There is a lot of long-range planning that goes on in your physical environment. And we're just wanting you to approach it with a slight difference than most people that you know. We want to convey and even convince you of the reality of your vibrational reality. And we want to assure you that in every time, no matter whether the contrast is great or small, you have put much more into your vibrational escrow than you have allowed yourself to live. And so, this gathering, we just want to help you to become more consciously aware, moment by moment, about whether you're in the vortex or out of the vortex. Because when you're inside this vortex, when you're up to speed with who you have really become, then something going wrong or someone being mean or someone being upset or even not having enough money doesn't have the negative impact on you that it does when you're outside the vortex. It's like having sea legs that are carrying you. So, you come from non-physical. A part of you comes into this experience called the personality of you. Contrast causes you to know what you don't want and know what you do want, so you ask for more constantly. And when you ask, that request is known and received and understood and actually devoured by the larger non-physical part of you. So the larger part of you, far away the larger part of you, already stands in vibrational, not just readiness, but resonance with what you've been asking for. Now, law of attraction, which is the law that manages all of this vibrational universe in which all of us are focused, whether we are physically or non-physically focused, this law of attraction now is responding to this powerful request. And as we speak to you, we are making it sound like it is your request, and it is, but imagine what the overall mass consciousness vibrational reality must be like. Feel the power of that request and all that source energy that is tending that vibration.